truly an honor. And as we said, you know, if you look around, well, the waterfront may not be exactly the way Don had wanted it, but you know that his insight definitely brought it about. And when you think about it, maybe Sinatra Park should be Carter Park. You know, just a thought. But truly, it's an honor to be here. Again, I was fortunate. You know it was Don himself that put this together, because I am out of Hoboken 11 years. I am out of touch with everybody. I come down occasionally, but by the way of the internet, somebody found me. I look at this, bing, bang, boom. I am actually here. It's a special time, and I thank you, and I thank Bob for allowing me to MC. But what I like to do instead of my talking is we've got a lot of people that are friends with Don that have great memories. So instead of me pointing out just some volunteers, if you'd step up by hand, someone's raise their hand. I know we have some comments about Bob. All right, come on up, and we're going to share. Everybody's going to share. I know. Oh, and one thing I will tell you right now, Don is here with us because Darcy and I were already fighting, and he squelched that. So we're good. All right, so we're going to have our first person up. Come on up, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Bill Seidendahl. Hi, and you know, it's like I know almost everybody here. You know, it's really strange. It's amazing. You know, I thank you all for coming. One of the reasons they asked me to speak was that we had started a nomination for Don to be Everyday Hero, and a few of us wrote letters and everything to the Jersey Journal, and you know, we told them about Don's life and what we think he should be as an everyday hero, because he definitely had a big impact on our lives as kids or teenagers and young adults, and all the way up until the end of his life, actually. But as an outline, I got this letter here, but the letter, if there was a copy, you could see it. It's pretty much written to an editor, and it's not really written personally about it. It's written very personally about Don, but not personally enough of people that know him. And you know, Don came into Hoboken around the early 70s, and he just got involved in the community somehow, and you know, wanted to see people do things. He always wanted everyone to just, you know, be yourself, get involved, and do something, and show your talent. And he started something in this place called the Open Ear, which is was a church outreach program, and they used to invite kids in and, you know, say, you know, try to talk them off the streets and such. And he went in there and he said, you know, I'm going to try to get some of these young people to do a play. And Jesus Christ Superstar, which you'll see in the back, there's still stuff about that, right? Oh, it's about the Red Step? All right, Jesus Christ Superstar was the original play Don did, where a lot of the cast members that were in the Red Steps came from. Sometimes I think some of us went there because it was winter, and you know, it was a place to go in the cold. You know, we didn't really go there for what it was worth, but you know, Don happened to be there, and just encourage everybody. They put on a play. It was very successful. Some of the people that were in the play are here. I know somebody's back there. It was a very good play. And after that, you know, what happened? Don decided to say, I like these people, I'm going to stick with these people, I'm going to see them do something else with their lives. That became their friend. And he just kept bugging everybody and bugging everybody. One of the things he liked about us is that we were a very tight bunch of people as we hung out together. And he just liked us the way we were, for ourselves. And he never, you know, said, you got to grow up, you got to stop doing this, or, you know, he wasn't judgmental in any way. And he said, I think you should make a play about your life. And the Red Steps was the place that we went, that we hung out. It was really just a hangout. It was probably bad. But he said, no, let's just show the story of what actually goes on in your young people's lives. I want to And it took a long time, but they came up with a play, and again, there's a lot of members that were in that play right here. And it's amazing that he kind of like just kept influencing everyone to do good, you know, to express himself. He always wanted to see you do something. He was not lazy. He was always involved in something. And very involved in our lives as a personal friend. And after that, he didn't stop. He wanted to see something else go on. He opened up the store, the other side store, which was an arts and crafts store. Started out with some Mexican stuff, and then local artists selling arts and crafts, and the Hoboken t-shirts. There's one over there. That was a very famous t-shirt. Everybody had one in the 70s, I'm sure. But that originated in the store. And on, you know, he got involved in all of our lives in different ways. And you know, he put things together so that we could do things and be involved with each other. Eventually, he bought a building on 150 Newark Street, which had a bar in the bottom that didn't have a bar license. So at one point, we rented it out, about 40 of us at one point. Right? About 40 of us were renting this place out, and it was called The Other Side. And it was a social club. People used to come off the streets and see us hanging out there, and they used to come in and put money on the bar and try to buy drinks and everything, but they couldn't because we didn't have a liquor license, you know. And we say, well, you come in and have a beer with us, but you know, you can't pay, you know. And a lot of people were amazed about, like, how did you guys get this? Well, that was Don. Don wanted to see everyone together. We have lots of memories about the club. And we had Thanksgiving parties and Christmas parties, and we sold Christmas trees. And because we were such a tight group, always together, everybody got involved in Virtual Fair. There wasn't anybody that wasn't doing something for the Virtual Fair because Don was in it. You know, he dragged us everywhere. And you know, we did it. We did it. We needed paint, okay, we clean up, we need to do. And we all got it done. But I mean, that's the kind of thing Don did. And he was instrumental in keeping a lot of people that are good friends in this room together over all these years. And we're still here, still together, and we're still on the Don. And he's just a great person I've done in my life. And I'm sure everybody here has got something to say about Don. Some story, something. So I'll leave that with you guys to talk about and find another candidate.
Thanks, Bill. I never knew about that social club, man. All right, next, who's our next? Coming from the back? Please step on. We'll bring him from the back and we'll grab him up in front. Please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, Mickey D. My name is Vivian Whalen, and I'm also a friend of the pack. I've always believed that we are moved and placed in the path of some people's lives for a reason. It was the 80s when I came to know Don Cotter, a strange persona, surrounded by this huge group of younger people, all with many things in common: music, backgrounds, and of course Hoboken. I met Don Cotter through my husband Dennis, and thought how wonderful to have so many friends. There had to be about 30 or 40 people, and they all had known Don and had been surrounded by his kindness and his generosity for a few years already. Don was the thread that kept this wonderful family of friends together. Taking these teens off the streets by creating a theater company and having them perform in plays like Jesus Christ Superstar. And though I was not there during this time, it must have been magic because I never stopped hearing about it. I did, however, take part in the sojourn up to the Catskills, which the group had been already doing for some time. Swan Lake. Don's cousin Cynthia owned a bungalow colony up in the most pristine of places on earth. And each Memorial weekend, this crew and more family and friends would open up the season. And then again, we were up there closing it again on Labor Day.